Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. 7 yards on the pickup there. Leave him with a 2nd and 3.
We got three. Three down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
Offense staying ahead of the chains here. 2nd and 3.
What we got?
Here we go. They'll set up a throw. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. A big hit. Knocked out sideways. Right around the 31. Big yardage there for the Browns. 18. And let's not take for granted, in these conditions, that's never an easy pass and catch.
You really got to find a way to drive the ball. You know, get your grip. You know, that's why we see some of the guys now that put the gloves on when they throw the ball in this type of a condition. Sometimes the glove might make it too slippery. So you've got to figure out what's going to work for you. But how about the receivers? Looking back and trying to locate the ball coming through snow and making sure they have full concentration.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there, couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. 10 yards still left on 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And, oh, a good hit there and knocked down hard right at the line of scrimmage. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. On now, it's Blair Walsh as he'll try the field goal here. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And now here's a carry heading left. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
One of the things that's really difficult for an offense is often identifying how to block a 3-4 defense. Well, when they're coming on a blitz, even more difficult. They're elusive targets and hard to hit.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Lynch here off the bootleg. They'll roll it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Lynch now, work to do, certainly after that sack. This is 3rd and long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Single. Set. Green.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Throwing, Lynch. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. He'll return it from the 6. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. They go to Johnson again. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
As a guy carrying the ball, your eyes are going to direct your feet, and you're hoping they carry you to the open spaces. But it's awfully difficult at times because you have so many things you have to look out for. Where's the line blocking? Where's the traffic coming from? Tough to find open spots.
In motion, the tight end. Looking to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That'll be a 40-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Denver getting set to take the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. Hurry up, here we go. Back there. Watch 80. He likes to get those jump balls.
On 2nd down, Lynch. His throw incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Now let's go.
And the D looking like they may blitz. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Jake Butt, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are in for 6. Well, that was the fly route for a touchdown, and since he caught that one and scored it, I got to tell the story. Before the game, we were standing there. He was running deep routes, dropped one. It bounced up and just hit me right in the gut, and I said, come on, man, but there was no drop.
Yeah, you okay now?
I'm good.
All right,
I'm good.
We got the ice pack up here. You're just fine. What I loved about it was the subtlety of the route, because everyone knows he's fast. They're going to play him for that route first and foremost. But sometimes it's a head fake. It's varying your speed off the line of scrimmage. It's giving the defensive back different angles to think about. Is he going inside? Is he going outside? And then, as you noted, he just took off past him. Oops, there he goes again.
And it looks like this will likely be the last play before we hit the 2-minute warning.
Come on, let's go. Let's go, defense.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this.
Here we go.
The first down carry here for Johnson. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And now running right through him. And shutting him off. Now open field. There goes Duke Johnson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Duke Johnson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Let's go. Blue, land it.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
He's coming, double up.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Watch it now, Barney. Watch it.
On 2nd down, here's Lynch. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Check 50. Flex round. Here we go. What? 90.
They'll look to throw. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll give him a yard on the play. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go. Right there.
They'll set up to throw. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Flex round. Here we go. Ohio.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. His throw caught right around the 6. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Flex round. Let's go. What? 90. What? 90. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Let's go.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Duke Johnson as the first half is winding down. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we send you on down to our studios in Orlando, where standing by is Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now let's go. That's where you belong.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. Now let's go. 3-19. Watch it. Detroit. Check.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. They find some open field here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air. There's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Let's go! Ohio! 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 Check! Ohio! Hut! Check out route!
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
On second down, Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw. He's got his tight end in Njoku. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. And, Johnson dinged up a bit. Still down. Hopefully nothing serious. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. In motion goes the tight end. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Calling a gain of a... And that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. On the give, this is their fullback. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, there's a trust factor in that call. Turning and handing it to the big man in the backfield, trying to pick up the first down. But how about the defense? They were ready for him, and they were able to stop him.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And Walsh able to convert it as his kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So it's only 3 points on this opening drive of the 3rd quarter. And even though that stretches out the lead, Charles, I think you'd have to consider this a win for the defense, no?
Couldn't agree more, Brandon. That offense got themselves in prime position to really open up this ball game, but the drive stalled out. And yeah, 3 points is very easy to get back in today's NFL.
This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick: make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
Here we go now. Leopard, go back there.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And some room to roam now. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Over. Here we go now. Check. No. Over. Set.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now a handoff as they run left side. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Watch tight end. Tight right. All right, here we go. Green. No. Check. Patriot.
Off the bootleg. Lynch, he'll buy some time right. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 14. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They're going to look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Give him a yard up. The run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Back to throw here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Watch it now, Barney. Leopard.
And now here's a carry heading left. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Broncos on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Hurry up, here we go. Over. No. Check, Patriot. Double up. He's coming, double up. Leopard. Shift. Watch him now, Barney. Hey, watch it.
Now it's Lynch. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, 1st down. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down.
Flex round.
So the D-line's going to spread out.
Ohio. Come on, let's go. What?
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Another incompletion would certainly be ideal defensively. A big play now. This is 3rd and 10.
Flex round. Here we go.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Now a handoff looking right. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Not an ideal spot to be on 1st down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in 2nd and manageable.
So they're operating in the red zone. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And the conditions miserable for a kicker and a holder, but this one's good, and with it, they take the lead. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This one taken from the 7. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the 4th with the football.
Come on, let's go! Watch 85. Ohio! Ohio! You can't block me.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Ohio! Let's go! Grand 38! Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Let's go! Flex round! Flex round! 25! Check 25!
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, you might want to get out of the way.
Fresh set of downs here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Come on, Ohio!
Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
2nd down following the run.
Flex round! Flex round! Check. Come on, let's go!
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Browns on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll bring a tight end in motion left.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. Man, it is a cruel game sometimes, as evidenced by that kick right there.
Yeah, this game has no remorse at times, does it? I have a feeling that when this left his foot, he thought he'd given his guys the lead. But that ball just kept moving on him. And in the end, you heard the sound, and he's denied by the goalposts.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Defense showing blitz. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a one-point victory. Oh, partner, there's something.